What's up, everybody? Hello, 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 and welcome. And this is good old Brightside Dylan here tonight with all of you. And I would like to at least happily, wholeheartedly, whole fidgetly welcome you all to my first ever installment of Feasting with the King, which more or less was something inspired by our good old friend here, DSP himself. Yeah, just look at that man with that bland, dull, expressionless look. Oh, Phil, what would we ever do without you, buddy? Now you go back over there. And before you ask, no, this is not a revival of the moniker he held called the King of Hates. I like to do the opposite, and I would like to model myself the King of Love. Why the King of Love, you may ask? Simple. This, for the record, this has nothing to do with romantic love, as in, no. It's just more or less providing some friendly love towards a fellow neighbor or friend. If anything, think Mr. Rogers to some lesser extent. But anyway, folks, we got a new segment on this channel here today, and much like our good old friend Phil, I am going to use this segment to try feasting on some foods right here and see if there's anything here worth enjoying or not. Keep in mind, I am not a diehard food critic. I am not a food critic expert. I do not spend my years going over culinary arts. So this is going to be similar to BSD Tries It, in which this is more or less going to be a bit of a taste test here. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dig in right here. And today we got with me some fresh Kroger Salisbury steak right here. And holy shitty crotches. Look at the size of that thing. My gosh. Whoa. And yes, I should also note there, oh my gosh. This thing here is extremely greasy. In fact, you can see the brown, muddy water here. Oh, dude. But anyway, I'm going to take my first bite here. And if anything, I hope, there we go. And before you wonder, before we put this in the mouth, we're going to try and scrub it off here with this little towel, because holy gosh, that is just too much grease in one steak. And you'll have to forgive me, but this may take some time to chew. And we also got with me some Stubbs barbecue sauce. Probably the best barbecue sauce on the daggum planet. My gosh. I've had this plenty of times before. It just kicks me right in the taste buds where they should. All right. Okay. That's some pretty good stuff overall. Okay, the steak and the sauce so far, I would definitely have to give a solid A plus right here. And for the record, folks, I did not cook the steaks myself. These steaks were made by my father, John Stanley Smith, in case you're wondering, and he actually did a pretty good job at cooking this. I will give him my chef's compliment with a chef's kiss. But anyway, we got a few other dishes to try here because the steak's not the only thing. We got some white Alfredo mac and cheese right here, which more or less came in a box from a store that I like frequently visiting, known as Jungle Gyms. In case you don't know what that is, Jungle Gyms is a little store we have here in Ohio. And it sells international foods and foods from around all over the world while being something akin to a theme park attraction. But anyway, folks, we're not here to discuss grocery stores and stuff like that. We're here to examine the stuff right here that's in the bowl, and from first glance you can see it kind of looks like typical mac and cheese, but looking at from where I'm standing, we have a whole bunch of white stuff sprinkled all over, and more or less some powdered stuff. But anyway, I'm going to take a bite here and see what I personally think. And normally, guys, when I take a bite of cheese, when I take a bite of this stuff, it's usually done while eating this with the steak itself. But we're sampling the courses of everything else, yeah. Really good stuff, I will admit. In full disclosure, I forgot the name of the brand that this mac and cheese is right here. If I had the box, I would have read it for you all, but sadly, the box got thrown out a few weeks ago. But anyway, we got another little course here. We got some homemade biscuits, and I think this is the biscuits that had the little bunny rabbits on the front cover that was pink or purple wrapping around them. I forget the name of the brand. But anyway, we got some melted butter right here that I'm dipping the biscuit on. And oh my gosh, I probably overdid it when heating them in the microwave, given that these are leftover biscuits. And ooh, my George, look at all that gold dripping down the biscuit. Oh, I do have to say, folks, in spite of these two being leftover from a few days ago, and yes, I said these are leftovers, because, hey, folks, much like our good friend DSP right here, I myself am a tad bit broke to where I can't go out and afford any huge fancy dinners, and am stuck to getting whatever is in my refrigerator, and depending on the old man to cook for me sometimes. But anyway, folks, we got with me a little salad right here. And as far as the brand right here is concerned, I think I have the brand with me. Hold on, I'll be sure and show you. And the name of the brand is 80 Farms Acres. And they're telling me that it's locally grown stuff that's doesn't have any chemical pesticides sprayed all over. And for all those food war people that are debating over the questionable morality of whether or not it's okay to spray stuff on vegetables and stuff, I won't get into any huge debate with anyone. In case you're wondering, considering the fact that, hey, I'm not too worried about this food war culture stuff going on, debating on whether or not this type of spraying chemicals and stuff like that is going to kill our country or anything like that. Because this is not a channel where we're going to discuss politics of a certain company, or etc., etc. This is just a channel where we try out stuff and make fun of one particular person. But anyway, allow me to more or less come in here and get a little bite of salad. Very good stuff, I will say, given that, hey, this still feels fresh. There's still a nice little bit of crunch in here. And before you ask, but Dylan, this isn't real salad. Where's the tomatoes? Where's the cheese? Where's the ranch? Where's everything? And I have to ask that you please calm down, folks. Like I said, I do not have everything needed to create the perfect little salad in this bowl right here. If anything, I take my delights where I can get them. And what I can get with such a low budget is me chewing on this right here with barely anything in it. May not be idealized, but hey, at least it's still a salad nonetheless. But anyway, folks, as far as the meat and greens and side dishes and stuff like that, if you're expecting me to sit here and eat everything all the way through, well, folks, the truth is that I'd rather not try so, because unlike good old Philly boy over here, I'm a guy that doesn't want to sit here and eat the whole time with with food being spurred in my mouth, being told, "Please close your mouth, oh God." And I know what certain people are saying, given that, hey, I dealt with this stupid shit in school once, where it was more or less dealing with one mentally disturbed, mentally unstable person who couldn't form a regular sentence, who kept constantly chewing with his mouth open, to where I did not want to go to lunch over at that school. But hey, that's a story for another day. Not to mention, well, let's be real here. There's plenty of videos that they post that already have a shitload of dead air in them, where nothing really happens aside from you seeing my face. So all in all, I will spare you the hour-long session to make me sitting here biting on stuff with no commentary. But anyway, folks, in terms of the food here, well, the food here was just simply amazing. Especially something that's been left over for a few days, just minus the steak right here, because this was freshly cooked tonight. And this is a little bit of a surprise, given that this is from Kroger, of all places. And, well, let's be frank here, Kroger isn't really known for having put out the best meats or the best deli-related meats in existence. And again, I can't think of one grocery store that I went to where they were serving high quality products. But all in all, this stuff right here actually proved to be very good. So all in all, in terms of the food right here, steak, 9 out of 10. Mac and cheese right here, a very good 8.3 out of 10. biscuits. A good, more or less. Sorry, I'm trying to think of a perfect score for them. I would more or less give the biscuits right here a perfectly good 8.7 out of 10. There we go. As far as the salad right here, I would more or less give this right here a perfectly good 7 out of 10. Could be better with more stuff added, but hey, I'm a guy who's more or less all about the little small bare necessities of less is actually more. But what do I of all people know? Because, as I said before, I'm not really a person who's more or less qualified for something like this. But this is more or less just a little experiment here. So keep that in mind as I go forward with this little new series. And hopefully I wish to expand to other things beyond just small, tiny reviews and these typical food reviews. But anyway, folks, what did you think of the video right here? And what did you think of me trying out all this food? Please be sure to let me know in the comment section down below, or feel free to leave some negative comments saying that this review was more or less disgusting when compared to all the other big name food eaters on YouTube who spend multiple man hours trying out various odd kinds of food on here. Which is very weird right here because, hey, I don't like to play the role of the hypocrite right here, but it more or less feels as if YouTube has more or less become the new food network of Gen Z. And my gosh, part of me actually wishes Food Network would come back, given that they actually had some great shows. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. In addition to all that, feel free to like the video or dislike the video. Maybe share it with your friends and family members and colleagues. And as always, folks, God bless you all. Take care. And above all else, a happy early Thanksgiving to you all. And I'll see you guys very soon.